Good morning,
There we
Dr.
go.
Max
Look, there you
McKeown.
go. Hello, everybody.
If you Google Max McKeown, you find out, all right, you're a strategist, you're an author, you're a speaker, you're a scientist. So the question is from Tim, and Tim is saying, all right, our currency is higher. So New Zealand, all of a sudden, the perception of the way that we do things has really changed. And the world is looking at us and going, hey, you guys have done all right. How do we exploit that new position or that new position of potential influence to actually make us not just look better, but be better? How do we work with that?
So at the moment, you've got a Prime Minister who's getting all these great headlines. Some of them are about her gender, some about being a New Zealander, and you're channeling that at the moment. Why can't we have a bit more of that New Zealand strength? There's a secret sauce here. And if you could figure out what it was, and now that everybody knows why it's so important, and other people could see that of course, what you want to write is the New Zealand way, just like the Toyota way the book was written, and say, but what is it that's different about our thing?
It's not just about finding the unique, because it's like strategy 101 or commerciality 101. It's don't be everything to everyone. Be the thing you are that no one else can be, and be that, right? And on the clarity front, we've got a comment from Thomas Murray. Thomas is asking, what degree of clarity do you need to make use of this crisis to affect change? Do you need a clear plan? So I guess what Thomas is asking is, like, how clearly do I need to be able to think about this to be able to do something good? Do I need a 10-point plan, or what do I need to know to be able to actually make some change out of all this stuff?
Obviously, luck is the greatest friend of any strategist. So it might just happen. Yeah, so that it's better to be lucky than good in a sense. But within this question, I think what it is in a sense is what I describe as the art loop. What you do is you always start with action because you're born. You were conceived before you had any say in it. Well, you were just describing a whole sequence of events.
I mean, I don't want to cast any aspersions on how active the conception was. I don't think that's over to us, Max, and I'm not judging. You do you.
No, but it happened without my say so. I mean, I wasn't involved in the permission thing. There was no consent on my part. Suddenly, somebody conceives me, then I'm born. So it starts with action, and then there's a result. Action result. I see my mother's face, and I respond to it, and she teaches me to talk through noise, response, noise, response. So it's action, response, thinking. And the thinking bit is what strategists do. So kind of in response to this question, it doesn't have to be all clear. What has to be clear is that we just raised an interesting question. So if we followed the quick strategy canvas, we'd say, where were we? Well, wherever New Zealand was, not a world leader in leadership. Then some shit happened. And now you have a kind of leadership position you weren't planning on, an unplanned opportunity. If you seize that strategically and then just say, what is it, iteration 1? How can we raise it, iteration 2? How can I be part of that, iteration 3? It will emerge, and then your 10, 20-point plan can come. Planning is not the same as strategy. Strategy is using what you've got to move from where you are to where you want to be. That's what strategy is. So the unplanned opportunity can have a strategic response, and Thomas doesn't need to be all clear because the opportunity will be passed by the time it's all clear. That's history. That's not strategy.
I love that. How can we be different now? What is different about the way that we think or the way that we view the world that's going to lead to something new and exciting? What are you hoping to see people think about or do differently since we've been through the experience of the last couple of months?
For me, always, I'm thinking about when something new happens, any period of time, you're thinking about what to let go of, what to speed up. British Airways have for long wanted to close down one of their operations in the UK, and they're now going to. So you can imagine every month they thought about doing it, Gatwick, shall we close it? And they thought, well, we won't because it'll be a lot of hassle and we'll have to send everybody home. But now they've sent everybody home and they've already got the hassle, so they're closing Gatwick. So, that's done. But then other things will happen. So people will say, we really need to pedestrianize city centres completely without cars. Well, we've got pedestrianized city centres in effect without cars. The question will be who will open them back up and who will keep them closed, because that was your easy opportunity to do that.
So I guess what I'm hearing from that is that you're hoping we're able to do some more of the brave letting go that we need to.
Well, because we let go of it anyway. I think what's going to be pretty weird here is it's a little bit like you go on holiday with your family and everybody's nice and relaxed and kind to each other. If that's the holiday you had and before it was all stressful, why do you take on everything when you get home like you have to? You didn't have to. You didn't have to. You could have carried on and been nice and chill.
This is my favourite metaphor. And actually, I think we almost might close on that and say, look, New Zealand, England, the world, all of you who are watching, we've just been on kind of a family holiday. And in many ways, we were able to bring the best versions of ourselves to that, the best versions of our lives, of our personalities, of the way that we work together as a society and as a community. We just went on a really nice family holiday. When we get home, could we not revert to being assholes and just doing things the way we were? Could we try to bring some of that holiday spirit home with us?
Have a good evening.